Hello, and welcome to another episode of my channel. Today we're going to talk about Nintendo, preferably Nintendo Switch. I grew up with the startup of a Game Boy Advance where you had to use a lamp, some form of a light to be able to, watch it and stuff. And then I got a Game Boy Advance SP where you got to actually, sit in your bed and actually play the game. You didn't have to, use a lamp at all. And then I got the Nintendo 3DS, which was fun. You got to hit like a switch on top of the second top of your thing, and whether you wanted it to be 3D or not, you got that. With me having bad headaches going into migraines and stuff, and for some reason, as I've gotten older, they've gotten worse. Where if I get a migraine, I do unfortunately throw up. But that's why I don't use it. But some people are capable of using it, which kudos. So then now, as an adult, I got a Nintendo Switch. I do not have the OLED. I would like it, but am I in a market for one? Like wanting to save up for it? Not really. Probably not. So I'm going to talk about my top favorite Nintendo Switch games. Number 4 ranking is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 3 is Animal Crossing. Number 2 is Super Mario Odyssey. And number 1, standing in the number 1 bracket, is Luigi Mansion 3. So, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's a very fun game, especially when you're racing with, friends. So, like, if you're thinking for, like, a New Year's Eve type of party or just a birthday party in general, you just want to spend time with your friends, your family, grab that extra Joy-Con, grab that extra Pro Controller, and race with your friends. The other game that is very great that I have that is not on this ranking is I have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It is a summer game to play. There's like airboarding. There's I can't think. It's been a while since I played that game. It has been a while. Some type of football or something. Soccer, football. I really don't know. Again, been a while since I played that game. But it's a very fun game to be competitive. But the best competitive game that I have that I love playing with my best friend is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's very fun, especially when you're down to that last, track to get through, and you miraculously get a blue shell, and you just throw it. I'm in my car sitting, so as you can tell right there in the corner, I have a banana that my sister had won me from a claw machine at a local Walmart. I think it's pretty hilarious because there was a time when my brother-in-law and my sister were behind me driving, and I figured I'm going to have this sit up front with me. I put my window down and I stuck it out saying, if you don't quit, I'm going to throw a banana at you. But I didn't. I would always stick it out. It was very funny. So I would love to order a blue shell to put back there. That would really, really create some chaos. It was very fun. So that's it for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, number 3, Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing came at a very great time. Whenever COVID-19 hit, that dreadful, weird sickness that went across, sweeping the nations, across not just the United States, but all around the world. And unfortunately, it took out a lot of people, especially loved ones. And unfortunately, personally, I've had that, but we won't get into that deep depression time, but rest their souls. I believe they're above. So Animal Crossing really helped. It's Animal Crossing is basically where you get basically an invitation to create your own island. Now, it's supposed to be a paradise, and you're basically creating your own paradise to where you want to be to the desires that you want your paradise to look like. Whether you want it to be streets, or if you want it to be sandy, if you want it to be more water, oriented, you can do that, but you have to upgrade. So these two little, I would say they're like raccoons, will come to you, Tommy, and I forget what the other one, his name is Tommy. Tim and Tommy? I don't know. It's Tommy? I don't know. I forget. But there's these two cute little raccoons, trash pandas, that will come to you and say, hey, what do you want your island to be? Okay, what's your name? Then what's your birthday? And then they'll put that down for your island and stuff. So, because they'll celebrate your birthday later in the when it comes around. I've had multiple celebrations, and it's very fun. It's very cute. It's very relaxing. So if you're having a very stressful day and you need to have a video game that's going to relax you and put you into that peace of mind, I highly recommend Animal Crossing. The point of the game is to get this, I guess, famous dog named KK Slider. Is a white dog, and it's supposed to come to your island to just every Saturday he sings you a tune. And I guess if you could get him to sing like a certain, like if it would be your birthday, I think he does give that option to say, hey, how about this, dog? I'll sing you happy birthday. How do you like that? Like all right. It's like Matthew McConaughey. I don't know. It's very funny. But yeah, I highly recommend Animal Crossing. Number 2, this is one of the first games that I did get with my Nintendo Switch for Christmas, is Super Mario Odyssey. Now, I grew up, like I said, with Nintendo. I love anything Mario related. Anything. Like, it could be anything. Now, some, not so much. Like, I do have my games that I like, and other games that Mario made that, not really into, And so, I got it, and I absolutely love it. It is a type of game where it's, like you get to run around, you get to basically dress up Mario. You're basically just, like interrupting Bowser's wedding with Princess Peach. It starts you off in this little, area, this, I would say, island, per se, of hats, where you meet this guy named Cappy. I have a Cappy, by the way, that I do wear on Mario Day. My work does allow me to wear him on that day. They think it's hilarious. I love it. It's a joy to have. Has these big eyes, these big, eyes. It's very, I got a lot of looks. I got a lot of looks from people, from customers. And it's like, Happy Mario Day. So, but if you don't know what Mario is every year on March 10th, if you take off the CH in March and you put the 10 there, it literally says Mario, which is why I like to celebrate Mario Day. And on the Nintendo apps, they have their everything Mario related for sale. So if you're interested in a certain game that you couldn't afford, you can get it for so many percentage off or whatever. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty nice to have that. That's really nice to have. But yeah, you're just crash wedding. You're just crashing a wedding. Wedding crash. Yeah, you're a wedding crasher. I couldn't get that out of my mind. I don't know why, but I just couldn't. It's weird. I don't know. But in the end, I won't spoil it for people, but obviously, Mario's the day. But again, I'm not going to spoil it though. And you get Rescue Cappy, and then you have these extra moons in each island, which this game I have beaten it almost fully, but something happened to where my save file went crash, and then I had to restart the whole game. So now it's like I take a pause. So when I get frustrated with collecting these moons, it's like I need to have a moment. Jesus help me. Take the wheel, Jesus. Take the wheel. So now we're gonna talk about Luigi Mansion 3. My number 1 game. Now this game, this is why it is labeled number 1 in my opinion. Now it's just my opinion. You may think, well, no, this is this one and this is this. That's fine. You have yours. I have mine. We're all good, Number 1, Luigi's Mansion 3 is number 1 because it is very specific. This starts you out as you get an invitation to a hotel, okay? And you invite all your friends. But then mysteriously, this ghost, this person that's supposed to be a hotel greeter, has tried to kidnap you, but has ended up kidnapping all of your friends. And now you have to go rescue them. Now Luigi, as you may all know, that are Mario fans, knows that Luigi is frightened of anything. This game is highly detailed. This game, I give, high credit to the creators that did Luigi, my bad, that did Luigi Mansion 3, because this game has very high specs. It really does. When you look at the 1.4, the high quality is very, It's very nice. It really is. It is very nice. And I just love it. Like, for an example, you have to go find, like, you have to get, Gooigi, and then you have to go through, like, what is it? You have to go fight the hotel bagger that, like, has all your bags. He gets upset, and so his move is to, like, pick up the luggage and just throw it at you. But in this case, you literally just use, like, the 2 back buttons, which hovers Luigi up, and then you basically just suck him up, and then after the points go down low enough and you get 0, these boss ghosts will go into your vacuum, into your hoovers, per se. There's one other YouTuber that did this game that I love. I've rewatched it so many times. It's very funny how this one other YouTuber goes about his way of playing Luigi Mansion 3. And that's how I got into the game. I was like, I gotta get this game. This game is, like, awesome. I gotta get it. So I love it. Well, then you get, your vacuum. You suck up the 2 main bosses. You have the hotel bagger. You get 2 buttons, hotel buttons. And each level that you play, that you go past, you get hotel buttons, which gets you higher and higher into the hotel until you meet King Boo. And then you eventually beat the game after you get all of the buttons and stuff. Then I don't really necessarily know if I have a favorite level, like which floor would be my favorite. The most dreadful the 2 floors that kill me the most is it's where you have to face the Pharaoh, I think. Like, you're facing the Pharaoh. You have to, like, go through, like, the whole, like, I don't know, building, and then you get up higher because it literally, like, creates this, like, hole, this big drop that Luigi goes. So after, like, Luigi opens up the sarcophagus, and this, like, Pharaoh queen basically joink, and then you're going down a hole, and then another hole. Then you're in this pit, and then you have to find a way to get out of the pit and back up. And then you verse the Pharaoh. And then you get the hotel button. And then you go up to the next one. And then the second one is, which isn't really that bad, is one where you go into the basement, where you have to verse this one other guy that you have to literally ride an inflatable, because that bottom of the hotel level is basically flooded. And you have to take this rubber ducky and ride around with Luigi around until you get to the boss, where then this mechanic guy basically makes more water into this big pit. And you have to literally float around. Now, mind you, there's spikes around this, which is even more maddening. And you have to basically make sure you don't hit the spikes. But then you get to use the spikes to your advantage, because you basically just get to take this other guy who's on another different rubber ducky. You just shoot him through, and then he hits, and then it goes, and then floof over to the other landing, which then you get to smack around, shove around, until you lower his points, and then his health level, and then you put him in your vacuum. The third one is a magician area, because they'll disappear. So there's 3 ladies that you have to basically put into your vacuum cleaner to get the hotel button, and they'll play tricks on you. They'll just disappear. They're like, 1 minute they're there, and then another minute they're not there. So then you have to figure out, which string do I pull? Because they'll have, like, these 3 hats, and it'll pop up strings for you to try to pull, or handkerchiefs that are tied together. I think that's what it is. You pull it, and then it'll bloop, disappear. And you get to smack them around, and then lower their health, and then you get the hotel button. That's the best way that I can describe that game. But again, this game is, like, it's a very funny, very charming game to play, which is why it is ranked, in my opinion, number 1. So that's it for that topic, of which is my top Nintendo games. My top system that I have, from my Game Boy Advance to my Game Boy Advance SP to my DS to my 3DS to my Nintendo Switch, is, of course, the Nintendo Switch. It is very fun to play. You get to remove the Joy-Cons. Now, I know, and I've had this unfortunate problem. Nintendo, it's the Joy-Con drift. It is where you are basically having this, you're basically playing Mario Kart, okay? but your cart wants to drift a certain other direction. So then your cart is just going at the direction that you're not even getting the cart to even go. And you're playing Super Mario Odyssey, or you're playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, but each character wants to go a direction that you're not even controlling it. And so what Nintendo did is, and thank goodness for this, Nintendo made it right with us. Even though they couldn't solve the problem, what you do is you fill out this issue paper, and then you basically get it printed off. You get to send in for free, I think that's how I did it. You have to be very specific though. You have to give, you have to follow the guidelines of how to, because if you were to send in something else that's Nintendo related, you may not get it back. So I took my Joy-Con, I sat with my mom, she helped me get it put together, and then we got it all put together to ship to New York. Somewhere in New York had my Joy-Con. I got it literally the day of, when I hung out with my best friend, when I needed it the most. So I was just like, oh wow. But I think I did get a Pro Controller to take, but I don't know. I honestly don't know about that one, but yeah, I love Nintendo. When it came to the PlayStation, I never had an Xbox. Never. We did grow up with a PlayStation 2, which I did like. I did like playing that, but my number one is definitely Nintendo. I am a heart and heart Nintendo gal. I don't really know what else to really say about Nintendo. I have a Nintendo hat. I have, so. But that's going to be probably it for this video. Also, before I do end this video, I do want to say that, what was it that I was going to say? Brain just doink disappeared. Oh, that's right. My Animal Crossing island. My Animal Crossing island's name is Dawnfield. It is based off my middle name, Rebecca Dawn Brown. It's how I can remember is how do you even spell your name, your middle name? Soap Dawn. This liquid Dawn. D-A-W-N. I love it. I love it. I've always thought when I was a little kid that it was D-O-N. I don't know why. It has the little brain thing going, loading. Again, I don't know how this video is going to go. I honestly don't, but I hope that this video made your day. I hope it made it a little bit brighter than what you had started out. I had a very, very terrible week last week, so I'm going to watch some of my favorite videos on YouTube, my favorite podcast, my favorite YouTubers. So enjoy. I hope that your Sunday was great, and I hope that your Monday is great too. But again, I'm going to do my very best to upload this video for every Mondays. Every Monday, come on down here to Becca Vlogs, where, just talk about random stuff. What? I don't know. But just to let everybody know on here that the number one thing that I will not talk about is work. Where I work, what I do, no. I may say that I may have had a bad week at work, but I'm not really going to go into detail of what I do and where I work at. That is completely a no-no. I definitely don't want to get in trouble for that. So I just want to make that very clear that I won't be talking about that. So yeah, again, I hope you're liking this video. I hope you're gonna like my videos. For the people, I think the last video that I did upload had 24 views, but I'm really hoping that you guys like my videos. I really hope that it does brighten your day. I hope it does put you on put a smile on your face. And that I hope to continue to grow and get, better quality, because this is with my cell phone. So I don't know how it's going to upload. It's going to look weird. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what the future holds for my channel, Becca Vlogs. So, love you all. Hope you have a good week. Bye!